the loading screen about to be in the game for Slap versus Velocity. And I'll quickly just go through the rosters. For Slap, we have got Sona, Cogmore, Trundle, Udia, and Anivia, as you can see. And for the opposition of Velocity is Shyvana, Janna, Ari, Irelia, and Ash. So the starting CV is going to come down to just see them pre-items. The cloth armor is going to be on Udia, the boots and the pots on... Wait, no, I got that wrong. I think I got that wrong. Anivia with the boots and the pot. Yeah. Dribble, dribble, dribble. Anyway, standard stuff coming out, and you know, the question is, are we going to see any level 1 ganks? You know, Vince, if we see a level 1 gank, who do you think, you know, which one of these teams do you think it really favours in that early 1 level?
I would have to say early level it favours the blue team, it favours Slap, purely because of Anivia. Because of a Flash Force can theoretically stun all 5 of Velocity Gaming if they stand next to each other. So I would expect that in the very early ganking kind of phase, if it does go to a 5v5, that I would expect Slap. But looking from the 2 positions of the teams here, I don't think that's going to be likely. You have Slap kind of congregating around this blue area, their blue buff, and all of Velocity Gaming down at the bot lane, just kind of chilling out towards Dragon. So I don't think we're going to see that early aggression from either team here.
It looks like maybe we're going to be seeing a jungle invade from the Velocity. The CV is going to go up on the red. They do not see any players whatsoever, but there is actually a ward down. So they can see that the counter gank come out right now, as Cogmore is right there with, I must say, a very horrible skin. As the bot lane and the top should be recalling. The bot lane I don't actually think needs to recall, you know, they can just run over, maybe even steal the golems as well. As maybe they're going to go for a counter invade, but the ward is there. They would have seen it anyway, but they are just going to go back to the standard, and they are just going to start on wolves quite late actually, and then going to progress on towards the blue.
Indeed, and yep, you're going to see the relatively standard Shyvana just leaving that race, not allowing them to respawn until the blue team do go and take that last straggler out. And yeah, I do love that ward placement on the race there from Velocity Gaming, is definitely would have given them a kind of knowledge that Udyr was trying his luck in the counter invade, and perhaps could have maneuvered themselves around to try and actually take him out, but not to be, because Udyr probably realised what the deal was, and now you're going to see Trundle taking down that blue with ease, probably going to now push down towards Wraith. Shyvana in the meantime going to take down her blue, so fairly standard opening up from these 2 teams, not going to see any huge aggression, no 5v5 fights or anything like that. So let's have a quick look see at bot lane. Cog and Sona against Ash and Janna. 2 probably the most played support characters, and I'm not sure if you'd agree with that, but Janna and Sona, by my money, definitely 2 of the top tier support characters at least.
Completely agree, especially Janna, but we have seen Shyvana come down. The ward is there, so Slap do know Shyvana is in the tribush, as Remorse is just going to try his luck and actually come out as well despite the ward, as Cog did actually go back in, but Shyvana is just going to be running there like an absolute mad girl, mad man, and just get into that bush. Maybe Cog might think, okay, maybe they're going to go back, but Shyvana is going to stay, so Cog has to be careful. It looks like the lane is going to be pushed soon anyway. Yep, Shyvana will go back indeed, as Trundle is going to gather himself up towards the top lane, although the lane is completely pushed. So I don't think we're going to be seeing a very successful gank, if any gank, at top. Nope, Trundle is just going to go for that invade, and you know, if he gets this red, he's kind of even things up, and despite Shyvana obviously ahead right now, that is definitely going to be good for him, as his red got stolen. You know what, why not go to theirs?
Indeed, and he should be able to pick this up. I mean, the red is very close to falling. Shyvana is on her way, but Trundle is going to get that red and just run away. He's going to retreat, doesn't want to play it too dangerous. Definitely the right thing to do. He's just picked up red. Why would he lose it instantly? So Shyvana now has just came around, realised what happened, going to pick up those red assailants there, and basically back to all even again. I mean, there's a 400 gold differential just turning into a 500 gold in favour of Velocity Gaming, but no early kills. Obviously Dragon is up, but no one's going to take it this early on. But we have got a gank in mid with a Pillar of Filth coming down from Trundle. Nice Flash Frost from Anivia, but but Ari was right under her tower, so there's no way they could have capitalized upon that stun, and it's all back once again to this kind of stalemate, Andy, where we're just seeing the junglers maneuver around, picking up some farm. The top lane between Udyr and Aurelia. Let's have a quick look. Aurelia's got 25 creep score, Udyr's on 16, so he is falling behind pretty fast, although it looks like he's going to try and catch up by taking wolves down. Hopefully Trundle's alright with that. But yeah, it just seems fairly even. There's no people that really stand out to me that are screaming inequality right now.
Yeah, you know, Udyr did take quite a lot of damage up top from Aurelia, and I don't think he was actually expecting it, so he came down and got them walls, but I'm not really sure that was the right thing to do. The lane was pushed, so, you know, why not go down the walls, get some more farm. I mean, Trundle's on the other end of the jungle, so they're probably going to respawn by the time he crosses anyway, which is going to be good, as Udyr is going to try and stun Aurelia down, but Aurelia has got the minions on his side, and Udyr is forced to go back to tower range, so he's going to be able to try and get this farm, as he probably is going to lose a few. He already lost about 3 or 4 now, so it's not looking good for Udyr with the farming and that tower push, as Ari will land the Q and narrowly misses the charm, as the ward, the pink ward in fact, put down from Sona in that river, and has just missed literally the ward in the bush. So unlucky stuff there, but yeah, standard stuff indeed. You know, they're just farming away, as Trundle is actually going to come towards Wraith, as Shyvana was stealing them. Shyvana should be able to get away untouched. Obviously, the speed up that she can get from that ability, and she's just going to run away. Although the ward has been placed, Shyvana knows that now, so there we go, as Ari does try and land the Q. And, you know, she has to be quite careful landing them Qs. I mean, the mana pool, you know, that requires now is quite a lot. I think with at about level 6, I think you can only do 3 or 4 Qs, compared to when she was first released. You could do something like 7 or 8. So, you know, she did undergo a few buffs, but she is still quite a strong mid-champion. I think we were talking about this a while ago, Vince. You know, she isn't really the best. She's just kind of, you know, one of them standard mid-champions that you get.
Indeed, I mean, she's quite easily counterable. I mean, we saw Rise really put the pain down on her yesterday. So it's kind of, you know, one of those situations where Ari can be very strong in mid. It's down to the player, it's down to how they play, and obviously who they're against as well. The abilities, Orb of Deception, as you're mentioning, it costs 80 mana, and at the moment Ari has 600, so she can't really spam that too much, because she will put herself out of mana very quickly. But it looks like she is going to be pushing towards the top here, near blue buff, and Shyvana is waiting in the bush, so it is due up any second now. There we go, it has just spawned, and I think they're actually going to be taking that blue buff and giving it to Ari, so this is a double blow here for Slap and Anivia. Anivia realizes something's probably happening, but with that health and mana, there's not a whole lot that she can do about it, as Ari will pick up that blue. She's now going to get flash frosted there. The stun is in effect. Trundle's going to chase after her, but I don't think Trundle can do too much, and he has to be careful he doesn't actually get dropped here from Ari, because Ari's damage output at level 7 is fairly beefy to say the least. But now we're going to have perhaps a gank at top, as you're going to see Udyr overextended in no man's land, and he should get killed here. This could be first blood. He's popped turtle form on, but I don't think it's going to help him, and down he goes from Aurelia, with Shyvana getting the assist. And for me, that was just all about placement and positioning. Udyr was actually past his creeps towards the opposition's tower, and really you're just inviting that gank to come in from Shyvana, and a very comfortable kill in the end for the two at top.
Yeah, I've seen Udyr kind of overextend a couple of times now. You know, there was a lot of damage coming out from Aurelia to kind of push him back, but the gank to just silence him and put him down. So Udyr really needs to be careful with the overextending. There's definitely something he needs to work on right now, and a brilliant blue steal, which is definitely going to be favouring the jungle, with Shyvana has literally just an inch on that, actually, or a couple of pixels if you want to put it into game form. And if you did dodge that charm, well, she could be a dead bird right now, or even an egg, but hey, she is gonna leave pretty much untouched, as Udyr is going to come back up to the top lane. Aurelia is going to recall. The ward is probably going to go down in that corner, so if the likes of Shyvana comes up, she goes into that bush, Udyr will see it. So Udyr just needs to, you know, stay back a bit, get them creeps, maybe go do what he did at the start, you know, go down, get the walls when the lane's pushed, and keep that farming up.
And indeed, that was his main mistake before. I mean, you can overextend as Udyr, but you need to have that ward down. So as soon as you see the gank come at top, you can pop bare form and just literally run away. And for me, that's the reason he got killed. He didn't have vision on the river or in the bushes, so he had no idea what was coming. And the overextend just was a recipe for disaster. He's still a fair amount behind Aurelia. Aurelia on 65 creep score now, using those Transcendent Blades to just nuke down some of those minions. And Udyr on 49, so obviously a 22 creep advantage coming in for Aurelia at the 10-minute mark, which is quite nasty actually. She's gone back, she's picked up the Sheen, she looks to be building towards a Phage, and I wouldn't be too surprised if we see her finish off that Trinity Force once she gets a chance to do so. But there is going to be a gank in mid here as Trundle's going to go onto Ari, but look at the damage onto Trundle. An ultimate comes in from Shyvana, but not really too good, to be entirely honest with you. Obviously the wall from Anivia definitely helped them out, but Shyvana's ultimate I don't think would have landed either way, and that's kind of a waste of an ulti. But they have applied enough pressure in mid to be able to push down now onto Dragon, as both the bottom laners have recall to both Cog and Sona out of the equation. This is about as free of a Dragon as you're ever going to see. Anivia could come down and try and steal it, but she's going to have no chance and gets hit with a gust of wind for her troubles. And here comes Ari. The damage once again onto Trundle is huge. Ari level 8, Trundle level 5, and he doesn't have the null magic mantle. He has no magic resist whatsoever, so Ari is going to be cutting him into pieces. And she actually misses an AWP there. That was quite embarrassing.
Oh dearie me, she asked to go around and hit the charm, but she will get the blue nevertheless, and the gold advantage up to nearly 4k for the Velocity side. So great play there, and Dragon will be going their way uncontested, as well as top looks to be getting pushed from Udyr. Udyr, please be careful. Ooh, because
wow. Did you see that?
Nope.
Ash fired an arrow from bot lane, it's hit Anivia, and she could actually go down here from Ari. That was all about Ash. That arrow was absolutely sensational.
Fair enough. I was actually just switching to top lane because Udyr was overextending, but apologies for that. Did miss that in mid, as Ari will claim the kill onto Anivia and do a lot of damage to mid, maybe even get the mid tower down, but Trundle is coming up, so that should stand up, but Ari is just going to retreat off, as she is maybe going to go for the invade slash top gank. The ward is there, so Udyr is going to be able to see when Ari comes up. But Ari has gone towards this route. Is her ultimate up? Let me just quickly check. And yes, it is. So she has the ability to just fly in there and fly out once again, as Udyr is going to be getting dived on by all three players, and a brilliant team composition to kind of just completely slaughter Udyr. Trundle has to be careful here, but Anivia's there in the bush. I'm not sure that Shyvana's seen him, as the ultimate will get popped the wall as well to disallow Ari to go past there, but she will pop her ultimate and do a bit of damage onto Trundle, as Trundle will go down, courtesy of Aurelia in fact, as Anivia is going to work his way maybe back towards the blue, as it has just come up. He is going to be knowing that right now, and Anivia is going to go in that bush, place the ward down, and there's the Iceborne, literally misses. Wait, little itch, oh dearie me, has popped the Ignite, but it's reset, and he has to go back, and if Shyvana, oh, I was about to say, if Shyvana could have stole that, that would have been the most messy blue I'd ever seen.
Man, prime the clown music, because that was a circus right there from Anivia. I could see what she was trying to do, but it just didn't work. But fair enough, she did get blue. So yeah, that was kind of strange. But you know, NC, let's go back into this jungle debate, because it happens often in League of Legends. Jungle for me is such an integral part of the team. Look at Trundle, level 5, look at Shyvana, level 9, and this is one of the reasons that we both wanted to see that Maokai pick, because fair enough, Trundle has the Pillar of Filth that he's just used here at top lane. They could get a kill onto Aurelia. She has no mana, she can't use a Transcendent Blade, but she's too fast, and the damage output from Trundle and Udyr is nowhere near good enough to take her down. But this is why I would have liked to have seen Maokai, NZ, to see these kind of ganks come to fruition, get that snare down, then get the Udyr stun, and you can very easily pick up the kills onto Aurelia. As it stands now, Trundle is by and large fairly useless. He's so far behind. Trundle only really comes into play as such a strong character if he gets that farm early, and he can just rinse and repeat through people over and over again. As it stands, I don't see him getting a kill anytime soon.
I just don't get the Trundle pick, you know. He is an alright jungler, but I mean, with the versatility you have on the velocity side with the likes of Ari and Irelia, you want Maokai there to just snare them down, you know, especially at them early levels, because once Ari gets her ultimate, you know, it's pretty much impossible to land a gank unless her ultimate is down. So, I mean, Maokai would have definitely been the much better pick, as it is 4 kills to 0. Zidia has to be very careful, whereas Irelia is going to bash away, but not going to do anything. I did actually just miss that in mid as the wall comes up. Ari will be getting yet another kill onto Anivia. And it seems, you know, today is, you know, our bad luck day. I mean, I keep following the wrong thing when something's happening, and that never normally happens.
It's just there's so much action coming all over the map. The only place there hasn't been too much is an Ash arrow is going to come top. Is this going to hit? You can just see it slowly but steadily moving along like jaws in the water. Is this actually going to hit? Yes, it will hit Udyr. This could be a kill as well, as the tower has gone down. And Udyr is going to drop, and once again Ash's arrows come to the rescue. Huge play from her. And Aurelia must be give him a hug through the PC, a cyber hug right now. Sick play from Ash. Second time we've seen her pull off a long-range arrow. And also that top tower went down in amongst all the action. So you can see on the gold differential right now, 22k for VE and 14 for Slap. So a big difference. Trinity Force has been completed from Aurelia, and I was keeping an eye on that. It was completed around 13 minutes 30 seconds. That is very, very fast Trinity Force, and that is going to make Aurelia a real threat all over the map.
I missed the first arrow, but I did not miss the second. What an arrow to claim the kill onto Udyr. You know what? I think if Udyr didn't get hit with that arrow, I think he probably would have got the kill actually. But Irelia will be getting that kill and trot along very happily, in fact, as she is currently on 4-0. So top lane getting absolutely dominated with Ari on 2 as well to make that 6 kills and no kills for the opposition of Slap. As it looks like they are gathering around this dragon area. Maybe got that timer up, probably have, and they are just waiting for that to respawn, as they will be getting that blue. Ari will get the reset there, as she did have the blue originally anyway, as she did get the kill onto Anivia whilst Anivia had the blue. So the orb comes out, fails to land onto towards Anivia, as the dragon looks to be getting got. As CV does come out, and maybe are we going to see an epic steal? No, we're not, as the pillar comes out, and there comes the arrow. Sona is being caught out, and there's Kog'Maw as well. It looks like they're going to fall, as the Howling Gale did miss there, but they should be able to get the kill onto Sona. Will they be able to get the kill onto Kog'Maw? That's the question, as Shyvana is chasing him down, but I'm not sure, as there it is, but no, just escapes, as it looks like maybe Trundle was actually going to go down the pillar though, but it's not going to be enough, as Irelia will get that one, as the Howling Gale as well. Shyvana with the kill onto Udyr, and here comes Ari with the kill onto Anivia as well. So a clean sweep for the Velocity side, making that 10-0, and this is just domination.
I can only imagine that Udyr has just face-palmed and face-dessed all in one. Trundle put his pillar of filth in the little hole there that they're trying to run through to get back to the tower, which completely blocked Udyr off. And then Udyr was just absolute fish bait, and he got took down within a second. So that was a bit of a fail pillar there from Trundle. And that's 10-0 NZ already. That's 3 towers down to 0. Gold difference up to 13k or thereabouts now. Looking very, very comfortable. Let's have a quick look-see at the items that some of these players have. For VE, you're going to have Aurelia with that Trinity Force already. Ash has the BF Sword and the Pickaxe. Could build either the Bloodthirster or the Infinity Edge, whichever one she prefers. Ari has already got the Needlessly Large Rod, and she also has the Blasting one, so probably going to be going for that Death Cap. As some action's going off here. Udyr is on very, very low health. Ari's going to pop that flash of brilliant orb through the wall and the bush, hits Udyr, and this really is about as one-sided as you're going to see, Andy. So another game very much going the way of one team, very comfortably so. Another team fight going to kick off here, and Shyvana has the ultimate, so she's going to use it to try and jump on top of Anivir. No, she isn't. She's actually going to target Trundle instead. The pillar comes up. That could have just saved his life. Indeed it will, but it's still Anivia dropped regardless. So 12-0, comfortable blue as well, going for VE. And to be honest, I think they can get Baron pretty much whenever they please now.
I'd pretty much agree with that. Yeah, I think it's kind of over now. I mean, it's 12-0. The goal difference is huge. Baron is there for the taking, and you know, even if Slap get get the dragon, get the Baron, you know, it's still not going to help them. Obviously, it will give them a bit more gold, but with the gold advantage at that already, it's not really going to do much. So I think Slap have kind of lost this game, but they are going to keep playing on until maybe an ace comes out from the Velocity side, and Velocity have been very, very strong indeed. And you know, I would have liked to seen how this game would have got if Maokai was picked instead of Trundle, but hey, we are going to see a fight developing here as Udia is so squishy, but the wall is there, but there's the jump on from Irelia, which she just jumps over the wall practically, or through the wall. Ice is no match for her as the slow comes down from Coldmore as he is on the retreat, but Irelia maybe going to go for the jump. Yes, she will as the blades are coming out. Brilliant Howling Gale! The crescendo coming across though from Sona, and the tower is going to be going on to Irelia, forcing her back, but Shyvana is there. And has she got her ultimate up? Yes, she has, so she has the option to tower dive with that ultimate. But even with Hoodie actually typing better nerf Irelia, as Ari will be getting yet another kill onto Anivia, and Anivia has been just outclassed this game.
Cog's going to go down for sure here. I don't know what he was doing, NZ. He started moving the opposite direction to his tower when there was two players next to him. I don't know about that one entirely. Okay then, Cog.
Fair enough.
It was just a kind of what the hell's going on moment, and now Udia is going to get caught out as well. Ash actually landed the arrow, so obviously the enchanted crystal arrow coming to her use once again. For me, that's pretty much all that she's done this game. I mean, she hasn't had to do anything else, NZ. The top battle was completely one-sided in Aurelia's favour, the jungle battle completely one-sided in Shyvana's favour, and so bot lane really didn't have to do too much, just had to keep equal, or even if they were losing the lane, just needed to make sure they didn't get completely crushed at bot lane. And here we go now as Trundle has been completely crippled from Ash. She does have that Infinity Edge, so she's going to be doing a very high amount of damage output, and they're now just going to pull back. It looks like it's going to be a Baron NZ here as Shyvana and Ari are going to push up towards him.
Yeah, I meant to actually mention before the game, Vince, I'm not sure if there's any Call of Duty players actually watching the stream, but I think Kiwi Coffee is actually Fekuj. And I'm pretty sure you know Fekuj, don't you, Vince?
Oh, it's Fibers.
Oh, Fibers, that's it, yeah. I knew it was someone I knew from COD. It was either Fekuj, it started with an F. I got that right, so apology, Fekuj. You're not that bad. What? I'm kidding, I'm kidding. And, yeah.
He did say to me before the game started that he thought they were going to get completely destroyed. And that's pretty much the way it's gone. They have Barrow now. You know, Ari can pretty much just troll around here. She was using her ultimate before. Look at that damage onto Trundle. Absolutely crushing him. But then again, Ari's level 15. Trundle is level 8. And level 8 at 22 minutes through the game is just not good enough. He's getting out-leveled by a support character of Sona. And that just goes to show, guys, really, that is all you need to know about how the jungle has gone so far for Slap Gaming.
I'm going to apologise for that comment once more, you know. I think Fibers will kind of take that as banter. It's just a bit of banter between us, so it's not serious. You know, Fibers is actually alright, but I've just missed a bit of action here as I really will land the kill onto Cog. I'm not sure what Cog's doing. Completely overextended, and I really will just be gifted yet another kill. And I'm actually surprised Slap have not surrendered yet. I mean, Trundle's probably going to get taken down as well from Irelia. The pillar does come out, probably going to save his life. Yes, it will. Irelia will back off. The dragon is going to be claimed. Howling Gale comes out. They have got the Baron as well, so I'm probably going to expect after this dragon they're going to go for that one final push and finish this game off. Although Shyvana is going to go back. But you know what? I think they could probably 4v5 anyway, as Anivia is very close to falling, and that wall saves her once again. And the tower will go down.
The only thing that I'm interested about now is, as far as this game's concerned, because it pretty much is over, NZ, there's no way that Slap can come back into this, is are they actually going to pick up a single kill here? Because it's 18-0, we've not seen the game so far in League of Legends that has been a complete whitewash at, you know, 0 to 20 or 30 kind of scoreline. And this could definitely be the first time we've seen a team not actually register a kill on the scoreboard. So let's see if that does come to fruition here. As you're going to see Ash and Ari, the A&A combo, trying to push through this mid. They don't really need the rest of their team, to be entirely honest with you. They have Aurelia and Janet at bot lane facing off against Cogmore, and Shyvana's just chilling at top lane, getting some creep score there, just going to farm down that line, probably try and take out the tower as well, probably going to try and really attack from 3 different sides, split up the Slap team, because in every single circumstance here, VE are ahead by far on farm to Slap. It's not even close. Trundle's got charmed. She's going to get absolutely crippled off Ari, but manages to get away there. May have just used a flash. I wasn't quite sure. But it looks like they're now going to take this opportunity to push down bottom as Cog is once again caught out. Crescendo comes out from Sona, but not going to help him even remotely. And that is going to leave a very weakened Slap side to try and fend off this 3-pronged attack. Shyvana's taking down top lane. Ari was focusing mid, but looks like they're going to try and take down Udyr instead as he runs across. The orb only just misses, and the inhibit bot will fall, NZ. So this is definitely game, set and match. I think it's going to last another 2 or 3 minutes at most.
Yeah, I mean, they're in the base now. They've got that inhib down. They've got this tower down as well. Probably the second inhib going to go down, although 4 players are segregating around Shyvana. Well, Shyvana, I mean, Irelia is just tanking them all as the passive does come out, as she did actually get that kill, but obviously she goes into egg form as Udyr will go down, courtesy of Shyvana, and this should be a clean sweep here as Ash will land the kill onto Trundle, Irelia onto Anivia, as it looks like maybe Irelia is going to be going down anytime soon. No, she is just going to get away as the inhib will go down, and Cogmore, the bot lane duo, is left standing to save them from the loss, but it's not going to happen as Ash will take down Cog, and I'm pretty sure that is probably going to be the game, although they are going back. They are quite low on HP. They're just going to get this other inhib as well, and they've got about 5 to 15 seconds to kind of finish this one off, and Ari has to be very careful as the pillar does come out, and the slow is released on towards Ari, as they are going to look to finish this game, although they have to be quite careful. They haven't got Shyvana in there, and Shyvana has been playing a crucial role in the team so far, and we're just going to have to wait and see.
Yeah, if you have a bit look at the overall gold difference between the 2 junglers, Shyvana has 8,650 gold, Trundle has 3,500. Like, that really does just paint the picture of how incredibly one-sided that jungle effort was from these 2 teams, and really they don't actually need Janna and Shyvana here. They can just poke away at this 5-man lineup of Slap, but now they are deciding to pull back as perhaps they're feeling like there's too much pressure being applied, and it's just really absolutely crushing. That was Trundle, and also getting the kill onto Udyr. Janna was very close to being that first death on their team, but not to be the case. Ash will completely nuke Cogmore out of the equation. Shyvana can just stand there all day long. She has a frozen mallet. She has wit's end. She's just way too tanky for a Sona to be able to take down here. And this is the GG, NZ. So another very one-sided game, but this has definitely been the most one-sided game that I've ever seen in League of Legends or I've ever casted, because every single time I've casted, the other team has managed to at least get some kind of comeback and get at least a kill. Ari nearly went down there, but nearly's not good enough in this game, and that is the GG, NZ. So a very comfortable victory at the end for Velocity Gaming, and commiserations to Slap.
I don't actually think we can say more than just domination, really. Just outplayed Velocity with great team play. It's just going to shut Slap down, and that is going to be it for game number 2 for tonight. I think we have one more game coming up. I'm not sure who that's with, Vince. Is there another game?
I have been told that there is. DW versus UVS is up next, and the teams are apparently gathering. We've just been informed from Bass, so I think we're going to be hopping into that game. It is scheduled to start in 2 minutes, and I think I have an invite already.
Alright, so we're going to go for a quick commercial break, guys. Don't go anywhere. We will be live once again for game number 3 of tonight.